Hey YouTube, this is the Gamer How To, and this is Gadd's Lab. We're here to talk to you about some big things in gaming this week. I'm gonna start off with there's a rumor about a new Paper Mario coming out for the Wii U. This was tweeted by Emily Rogers. She's a journalist from Unseen 64, and she just said, I quote, "We have about 4 or 5 sources that this unannounced Wii U game exists, and a lot of evidence behind it. For the record, this Wii U game is published by Nintendo. It is not a third-party game." I just wanted to give an opinion about that. I'd be pretty excited for a new Wii U Paper Mario, but at the same time, I don't want to see another Super Paper Mario. I don't know how the rest of you guys feel about the new Paper Marios, but I was not impressed with the changes that they made. I did not like the removal of the party system that there was originally in Paper Mario and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, or the turn by turn attacks. I really did not appreciate them removing that.
Well, I think that I've only played Thousand Year Door, but the turn-by-turn fighting game or fighting strategy, and the party members was a really good quality to that game. So I think that's one thing we would definitely want to see added back. One thing I think if they do come out with a Wii U Paper Mario, it'll be a huge success. Most of the Paper Marios have been very successful because, unlike other Paper Mario or other Mario games, it's not a platformer. I personally am terrible at platformers, which is why I really enjoy Paper Mario Thousand Year Door because it's more like an RPG. Yeah.
Yeah, you're more into RPGs. You play like Fire Emblem like that, huh?
The I just think unfortunately it might be something that's too little, too late to save the Wii U. They might want to just think about putting this right on the NX. Hate to be that guy, but
Paper
I'm gonna be
Mario.
that guy.
At this point, I don't think anything. I don't care. I don't think anything's gonna save the Wii U. I think the best thing they can do is just work with what they have and then release both
Exactly.
on the NX and the Wii U, and then the people who aren't willing to step up
Buy the
and
new
buy
system.
the new system are hopefully gonna stick around and pay for games in the Wii U. But
The dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Yo, whippersnappers.
back in my day,
My Paper Mario was on Wii U. And now you've got your NXs. No, but
Paper Mario in HD.
Paper Mario
I'll,
in HD.
I'll still find a way to play it if it's only on Wii U and it's a success, but hopefully it's getting released for NX and for Wii U, but that's in a perfect world.
Next up, we have Pokken Tournament. Level 2 Pikachu. Would you like to read off the lineup for this?
Yeah, I'll read off the lineup and I'll tell you guys, we'll just get some opinions from around the table on who's going to be using what character.
Actually, just give a brief explanation of what it is exactly.
It is basically Pokemon Stadium on steroids mixed with Street Fighter. It looks incredible. The trailer looks great. And basically it's just a Pokemon free fight rather than the turn by turn that we're accustomed to from Game Boy Color all the way up to Alpha, Sapphire, and Omega Ruby. This isn't going to be a turn by turn. It's just a free fighting, and it looks incredible, just to be put shortly. It's a Pokemon kid's dream.
I myself, I don't know if either of you guys played this, but I get like a Budokai Tenkaichi feel from it, like 2 or 3.
From Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I get like that feel because it's more like I think I honestly I've only played Street Fighter in like arcades and stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's just side to side, right?
Exactly.
So like,
Well,
Tenkaichi.
there is like some lateral movement, but for the most part, it is side to side. Like you could do side steps and stuff it looks to me, I've played Dead or Alive, so it is not just a side to side, but it doesn't. It'll still work out. It's good.
But I get exactly what you're saying. In Budokai, Goku obviously had his special move. Krillin had his like disc thing going. Krillin's not the man, but whatever. And every character got their spotlight, their own moves, their power ups, and I see it being a lot like that. I like that comparison a lot. Just to read off the lineup, it looks like there's currently 16 playable characters according to Wikipedia, which is always right and a citable source. Blaziken, Gengar, Pikachu, Braixen, Lucario, Sceptile, Chandelure, Machamp, which that should be sweet. Shadow Mewtwo, Charizard, Mewtwo, Suicune, Garchomp, Pikachu, Weevil, Gardevoir, Sugs. Who are you using? First week Pokemon tournament comes out. Who are you using?
I'll be using Lucario. He's a favorite for me as far as like the Smash Brothers Brawl and the Smash Bros Wii U. I just feel that he's normally pretty balanced and his aura attacks are sweet. So I just probably feel the most comfortable using him. What about you guys?
I'm taking very first pick of the 2016 Pokken Tournament draft. I'm taking Blaziken.
Oh man, Blaziken's too good of a pick. Elaborate though.
Well, growing up, my very first Pokemon was Pokemon Blue. My friend gave it to me, but I really didn't get into it until like Emerald and Pearl. But Emerald, I played a crap ton. And Blaziken, I think he was my starter Pokemon on that one. So
Blaziken.
I think I'm gonna have to go with the nostalgia.
The nostalgia factor
The nostalgia,
always
yes.
wins out in video games. Blaziken, you could just steamroll the Elite Four fighting and fire type.
Yes.
And ever since that, they've made approximately half the starters fire/fighting type. So we have Blaziken to blame for that.
Oh my goodness.
But I guess we're all going with different characters because first round pick, I am definitely going with Garchomp. We've seen in what is it, Smash Bros. Brawl. We've seen Mewtwo back in Melee. We've seen Pikachu throughout this Super Smash Bros. Series. Blaziken's tough to turn down, but we've seen Charizard. And one thing we have never seen is a Pokemon like Garchomp, and he is just a beast. Just talking huge dragon coming to steamroll your Weevil. That is my first round pick in the 2016 Fighting Olympics. But I think it should be exciting. I'm really excited to see how that game utilizes type advantage.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
This is literally what I was thinking right now. I was wondering, like, is there gonna be like, if you're fighting a fire and a grass type, is like the fire type like a fire effect? Is that gonna like last a little bit longer or something like that? But I feel like in a fighting game like that, like I feel like that would just be such an advantage unless there's like in design, like they have to have like it doesn't have to be, but it has to be like pretty balanced, and I don't know if that's going to be totally balanced, but I think they'll definitely figure out what like the right path to take on that, because
it depends on where the developers want to take the game, because in my opinion, if they want to make a game that's true to the series, they're going to have to make type advantages.
Yes.
That's what Pokemon's all about, is about utilizing your type advantage, making a well-balanced team so you cannot get smacked by the Elite Four and random gym leaders. I mean, basically being smart enough to formulate a well-balanced team is what separates you from the random giant hiker dude who has like 6 Onyxes, and you pull out your Squirtle and just destroy his squad. But it depends. If they want to make a game that's true to the series, I think they're going to have to include type advantages. But if they just want to make a sweet fighting game, throw type advantages out the window and just get to scrapping.
Yeah, I definitely think it would be more advantageous to just throw the type advantages out the window, because this is just a one-on-one fighting game with your favorite Pokemon, and
Agreed.
just that it's gonna sell. I think for sure. It's actually a genius idea.
I am very upset. I have just found out that there are 20 non-playable assist characters, and one of them is Magikarp, and I'm very upset it's not a playable character.
I think everybody will shed a tear, a splash, if you will, for not being able to play with Magikarp. Sugs, it looks like Fire Emblem Fates. Nintendo's released some information. It's dropping next month. You are our resident Fire Emblem expert, so we want your opinions on that.
By Fire Emblem expert, he means that I've played 2 Fire Emblem games, so therefore I'm an expert.
They're all the buzz right now, though, and you're the most we've got. So
That is
you're
true
our expert.
because I do want to get around to playing both Awakening and the new Fire Emblem Fates. How it's coming out is there's a Fire Emblem Fates Birthright and a Fire Emblem Fates Conquest. Birthright is supposed to be more for the newcomer to Fire Emblem, which I think is a good choice because a lot of people are unfamiliar with how the system works, so it would be good to bring in new fans. And then Fire Emblem Conquest is for the people who are veterans of the Fire Emblem games and are ready to I'm getting distracted by what's going on in the background here.
Breaking news. We'll fill you in later. There'll be an uproar if you found out.
Oh no.
Breaking news from one of our different communities. Sorry, YouTubers.
Anyways, Fire Emblem Fates and Fire Emblem or Birthright and Conquest are exactly the same up till Chapter 6, and there's a choice that you have to make that completely separates the game. So a lot of people are considering, should I buy, why should I buy both of them? They are, in fact, different games.
Are they different in the way that Pokemon Ruby is different from Pokemon Sapphire and how Red is different from Blue? Or are they groundbreaking different? From what you're seeing, I get that you haven't been able to play either yet. The American release hasn't been dropped, but what does it sound like to you? Like they're basically 2 takes on the same thing, or they're going to be different
again
enough
with
to buy both?
the story mode will be different, and then as far as objectives, it would be more clear cut and simple in Birthright, whereas Conquest could have you defend certain characters, capture certain locations, and just basically put you in situations where it's gonna be a doozy to get out of.
Yeah, I mean, I've just watched the playing of Fire Emblem, just the GameCube version, and unlike other games, if you barely get through the early levels in certain games, you have room to get a lot better. If you're barely making it through the first levels of Fire Emblem, you're in trouble. Permadeath is not for some people. It is not for the faint of heart, literally and figuratively.
One thing that Birthright allows is replayable levels. So essentially, it's all about leveling up your characters. So you could just grind and upgrade all your characters so that you're not screwed in the later levels. Whereas Conquest, every choice you make
Comes back.
it will either be the death of you or your savior. So
the permadeath of you, if you will.
I guess they're continuing with the children being able to have children. That was first featured in Fire Emblem Awakening, but they're not as critical to the story, I guess, but it's just an extra for that. But it does look like it's going to be. Hopefully, it's going to outdo Fire Emblem Awakening. That kind of brought Fire Emblem back on the map for a lot of us.
Yeah, that'd be hard to do. So, final thing, and then we'll leave off. New Twilight Princess HD remastered footage. It looks like there's going to be some new levels included. You two are both big Legend of Zelda fans, so let's just get your take on that.
Honestly, I am not a huge fan of the HD remakes like that, I guess. I don't know. I feel like a lot of Nintendo like first party games like Zelda and Mario,
Paper Mario
Paper-
HD.
Paper Mario, like the first party games that are published by Nintendo. I feel like they have such a great replay value, and like I think the graphics are just timeless. Like I can sit down and play Super Mario 64, and I don't feel like I'm playing an old game. But like I said before, I feel like if I sit down and play Call of Duty World at War, then I feel like I can't play it, and that's a newer game than that. But
Waker, timeless.
yeah, I just feel like it's pointless for Nintendo to remake these games that people are constantly still playing today. I feel like it's just like a way to suck money out of people. Which I mean, Nintendo needs to make the money because the failure of the Wii U. But
It's always a sore subject.
honestly, I look at the graphics of one example. I look at the graphics of the Ocarina of Time, and then I look at the Ocarina of Time 3D, and I prefer the Nintendo 64 graphics over the 3DS, just because I think that Link looks cooler in the Nintendo 64 one, and he looks more of a little baby in the updated remastered graphics.
To be honest with you, I've played Skyward Sword, I've played Twilight Princess, and never at any point did I go, man, the graphics are holding this game back.
Never.
Man, if this was in HD, I would just be loving it. Like, I can't think of one Zelda game on the console where you were constrained by graphics other than maybe the original NES, but like it just isn't even part of the game. The views are beautiful, like pixelated as they may be, the views are beautiful. Never once did I think to myself, man, the graphics or the definition is what's holding this game back. Not that there was anything in particular holding it back, but it just seems like they've already released a Wind Waker re-release. And now they're doing a Twilight Princess re-release, and it just doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, go make another game for the Wii U. Go make a solid game, a solid Zelda game for the Wii U, and not one of the spin-offs. Make a full-fledged commitment to releasing a solid Legend of Zelda game for the Wii U, because it's honestly looking at this point like it's going to be the first system in a long time to not have an 100% timeless Legend of Zelda game. Sugs, you're dying over there.
Other than just talking about the graphics, the additions or changes that they do bring to the HD edition, again, they're going back to the GameCube version, in which Link is left-handed, whereas the Wii version, they flipped it because most people are right-handed. So they're going back to left-handed because you'd be playing this with the gamepad. And then another feature which will, I think, to the people who do plan on getting this game, is a very nice feature, is the ability to instantly transform between human and wolf form just by pressing the gamepad. You don't need to talked to Midna about doing it. I mean, it saves maybe 2 to 3 seconds, but
Think about how many times you do it.
yeah, you do need to change between human and wolf form, so it's just kind of helps smooth over. Other changes, the tiers of light in the original game, they had 16, and now there will only be 12. I didn't really think that was necessarily a good choice. Yeah, I was like,
I didn't have a problem with the tiers of light. I saw that and they're like trying to make it easier, but that was not like a worry of mine like ever. Like I like the
they're not that hard to find.
Yeah, I like the tiers of light. I especially like them in Skyward Sword, but that's besides the point.
They also allow amiibo support. So you could buy a package that comes with the Wolf Link amiibo, and what that allows you to do is open an optional dungeon called the Cave of Shadows. This is like the Cave of Ordeals, where you just go down through floors fighting harder and harder enemies to get some prize.
Wait a second. I hate to interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
But you're telling me they're going to re-release a game we've all already played with HD. Okay, we've got that. But they're re-releasing the game, and then we've already got to pay $60 for a game we've already played in 1% better graphics, probably. And then we've got to pay for the amiibo that allows us to get the new levels.
I think it
comes
with a
package.
package.
It's still $60 though. Like I'd pay
So the package comes with the game.
Yeah, it comes with the amiibo.
It comes with the amiibo. Okay,
Yes.
Because
But
Nintendo
it's
was
still
about to lose
$60,
one
man.
fan.
Like
you had to pay $60 for the game and then another $20 for an amiibo just to get the extra level, Nintendo, they wouldn't have lost a fan, but they would have had a army of angry Legend of Zelda fans at their doorstep writing complaints.
The Wii's
posting
already
mean
made us
thing
mad
about
enough.
them.
All right.
honestly, I'm probably not going to buy the game, but I'm probably going to buy the amiibo. I'm starting my collection, and it's going to be very sad very soon.
Moving on, it also allows you to use amiibos that are for the Super Smash Bros. Wii U, but it seems just more like cheat codes. Using the amiibos will allow you to do stuff like replenishing arrows, restoring hearts, and if you scan Gan's amiibo, then you take twice the damage, which is like a hero mode. But those just sound like cheat codes to me, and I mean, if it's a boss fight, you shouldn't have any problems with those. But
Yeah, why would you want that? Honestly,
I didn't think Twilight Princess was like the most challenging game for sure. Just try to have fun with it. Seriously. So they don't actually change that much. So.
Okay, we're gonna be wrapping this up. This is the Gamer How To. This has been Level 2 Pikachu and Saint Suggs. Thank you guys for listening.
Please subscribe.
And like.